Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our BlackPink leader with Pauline today again. How are you, Pauline? How was your week?
Well, great. I do a lot of recording. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And when the team sent us a title today about the first mistake, and you know what Pauline said? The first thing she told me, she don't even remember her first mistake.
Yeah, so long ago. I'm like, wow,
Yes.
what's the first mistake as a leader? And you know what? Sometimes I'm just thinking, being a leader, when exactly?
Yep.
We can be a leader during when we are like managers, or leader when I start my entrepreneurship, or as a leader when my team gets bigger at the point of time when I become the, let's say, the director, the executive director. So I was
Yes.
just thinking, at which point is that first significant mistake as a leader, you see?
Yeah.
So, but instead of saying the first significant, I would say, all right, why not I just say the most significant one rather than the first mistake I make as a leader, right, in the topic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's go for that. So what
Mm.
is a nearer mistake you make that now they give so much impact in you right now?
Well, I think one of the mistakes that I really felt very strongly as a leader was a time where I let somebody took over me. Sounds
Mm,
strange, right?
yeah.
So my company actually bought over another company. So that particular person would like to be the CEO of the company. I was the
Mm,
CEO then. That was the requirement because we are going to do some form of a secondary listing, dual listing. So because I was from the original company, because I bought over that person's company, right? So by right, that CEO position, they are more comfortable with me being the person. But the person whom I actually bought over, he decided because his team would like him to be that leader. So I thought, okay, I mean, I'm fine. Actually, I'm the type of person. If the person can manage well, I don't mind to step down.
yeah.
So I stepped
Me too.
down as the CEO and let the other person take over it. But what happens was there are a lot of things that's kind of like a little bit out of my control. Well, I'm not sure whether by not getting the person to be the CEO, things would be better. I'm not sure about that. But still, the end result, because when the person didn't become the CEO, his team, because we bought over the company and the team members actually came over. And I just want to make sure that because it's a merger and acquisition, you see, when it's a merger, two different companies, people come together. There will be a lot of like a cultural thing in terms of the organizational culture. So there are some differences, and we do need to make sure that we merge the two different culture together. It is not easy, but we do our best. It's just like two-person getting married, and you need to be with that two families. So this is the part where I was thinking, okay, since it's like the person just came to our family, we let the person be the leader and run the company. But what
Mm,
happened was it's the first time that in that year, because I ran the company at the point of time was like 8 years. That's the
yeah.
first time the company lost money. Yeah,
Wow.
this is the first thing. Second, 1 year after the person became CEO, the person still decide to quit as a CEO and say that I don't think I'm suitable for it. There is no freedom and I can't do the things that I love to do, blah blah blah, things like that, and I'm not happy about it. So he still leave, and when he leaves, of course, his team members live together with him, and
Yes.
also some of the overseas my other branches overseas branches also find that who probably was under him, like, okay, that person, that leader leave, I also want to live together with him. So it's like half of the team actually left because I didn't want to sit, not say I don't want to sit in the leadership position, but I gave that leadership position to the other person, and thinking that he could do a good job.
Mm,
So I kind of like let it go and let the person run the company. In the end, I have to take over, and it caused a lot of morale issues for my existing team members
mm,
who have to take over the jobs of those people who left, who
yes.
was existingly in that company, but kind of have to
Rebuild
suffer.
it, you mean?
Sorry.
Like it's like a startup again. Like you have to rebuild it again.
Yeah, but the key thing is we are a listed company. We are the company who bought over the other company. I can
Yeah.
imagine the team members who are supposed to be, this is my home. Now I'm having half the home to give to other people. Yet now they left, and I have to clear their mess.
Yes.
Yeah. So I felt very bad for my existing team members who stayed on, and they have to clear the mess that these people left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get what
because
you mean.
can you imagine? I have, like, for example, 50 team members, out of which 20 left at the same time. The 30 people have to take over those people who leave, the 20 people who leave. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where I learned how to, in terms of, the mistake, I would say the mistake is like, I should not just say that, okay, for the good of the people, I let the other person who has no experience in being the CEO to be the CEO of a listed company. Yes,
Mm.
this is the key thing. Yeah, my.
But why do you think it's your mistake? Because it's not the decision from you, right?
It is a
Because
decision from me. I mean, I can choose not to step down, right?
I
Yeah, it
see.
is still my decision to say that, okay, when the person want it, and I say, okay, I'll just let go. I mean, I can insist because I'm the CEO. I can insist to say that, okay, to fight for the case, because when the chairman asked me, I said, oh, all right, okay, since the person wanted it, I'm okay to let the person be the CEO. And I realized for this type of things, you can't just be okay about it. That was a
Yes.
learning on my part. Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I have not to that level, but I have the same conversation with my friend when they ask me about if one day, because I'm a founder of everything I done,
Mm.
right? And they say, have you ever feel that when you're in that position too long, you don't give other people a chance to be a leader? I'm not sure, is that the same feeling that you have to go through, that you decide like, okay, then if that's you want, let's go for it. And you make me reinforce more, inform myself as well again,
Mm.
that is that true that everybody should be a leader, right? Because the
Mm.
debate of this conversation I have, even with all the people who run business, they told me if you ask them one advice for other people, they will say business is not for everyone. They did not say that you should not do business, but they very, very firmly tell me, we need to start tell everybody to open business because business is not for everyone. First thing first. And then second thing they will say, because businesses have come through a lot of risk and emotional intelligence to deal with the risk and the downside more than the upside, but yet the reward was amazing. So I
Mm.
guess everybody only hear the reward is amazing. They did not hear the first few. You get what I mean? So when
Yeah.
when when, when we're going to speak up about leadership in terms of like this, I would say for Pauline say it's her mistake, but I would think also, the tests come to us all the time to reinforce, are we really a leader, right? And how
Mm.
many people will courage to say, at that moment I choose to step back, actually I don't have to, so I own it. Most people will just blame another side. So Pauline, thanks for that, like thanks for ownership about that. Right? And
Yeah.
we all make a lot of mistake, and when you run company, your mistake, the price costs more than other people. I think that's people who not run business may not understand. Every decision as a leader who run company, you will take a lot of responsibility more than
Yes.
other people.
Yes. Yeah, it
What-
is. It is. All right. So how about you and the
Well,
mistake?
I don't remember my first mistake, but I can tell that the mistake first time I make will be, it's just getting smaller and smaller when you be stronger now when you look back, right? So for
Mm.
example, when I first opened my company in Vietnam when I was 18 years old, naive, trust everybody like they are myself. I remember when I opened that business together with my one of my ex-boyfriend auntie.
Ah.
So the relationship is complicated. You can tell I have boyfriend and then the auntie of the boyfriend. So the reason is I did not know the law in Vietnam back then. I thought I'm a village girl. I don't
Ah,
have identity in city. I cannot own the company. You have to be the person with the IC in the city to own the company,
ah,
right? And I trust her that because she the one who connect me with a guy who do paperwork, right? And
mm.
when she opened up the company, she I just blindly signed, but the company is actually 100% owned by her. I'm
Oh,
actually not co-founder with her, with what she told me. So I
oh,
work myself, myself day night every day, and make so much money for just 6 months for that
okay.
company. Yeah, because I thought it's mine, right?
Mm.
And you know, people when it's at the moment you start make money, they think they can do it on their own.
Uh,
They start think that, oh, it's time for to let her go, you know, like. And 6 months, and you need to know I'm a one man person, do everything from five customer, do the booking, send them to the tour, send them to the location, send back, hire people to take charge of it, hire bus, hire hotel, hire, so I mean I do everything, right? When you start up, you are everything.
yes.
And the person think that, oh, I can do the same thing like her, you know. So she get rid of me, she kicked me out, she even changed the lock, she don't let me go to the office,
Oh,
and many drama. And I lost my money in that first business, and not even my money, it's money from my friend who lend me. I have 6 friends who will lend me a little bit, a little bit, a little bit for me to form that. And for me, my dignity and my reputation is very important for me. I will go back to all my friends. I say, sorry, I promise that I should pay you back by this time, but give me another 6 months. I don't know how, but I will pay you back. And then they ask me, what do I plan to do? I say, open another one. And they look at me, they're like, you crazy. I say, yeah, I don't have other way. And I get another help from another friend to start up again the company. Same, people lend me money to do it because I think people book so much trust on me when I was so young. And that's when my second company opened again. The same business model, everything.
mm.
But after I get out from that company, of course, you guess what happened. After 3 months, she also closed down. Of course, she can't run
You
without me.
can
I'm the
run
one
one.
who, you can't run it without me. I bring customer, I take care of
Yeah.
everything. You cannot run business like that. And if you ask me what's that first lesson I learned, is paperwork is everything. If you want to
Yeah.
set up a business, you need to make sure you understand the law, how to set up the accountant, how to set up the director paper to make sure the
Yeah.
share. Also, you need to make sure the law and regular is protect and support you. So that's my first mistake. And that's when I was so young, you know, in my 18. I could not imagine if that is now when I'm in my 30 and I start my business, right? I mean, you have to be so much
Mm.
emotional build up by now for you to start something, and you will feel a bit. So I'm actually still feel grateful that I'm start early, make that mistake early. So every company I do, the first thing is paperwork. I have to
Yeah.
make it very clear from day one.
Yes. Yes. That's important. I mean, that luckily for that was because we are at the point of time it is a listed company,
Yeah.
so all the paperwork everything is there. It's just that even though there's the paper, it just probably would deter
Mm.
anyone from doing anything, but it doesn't mean that it won't screw up. So that
Yeah.
mistake, as I mentioned, not only I think it's not just about me wanting to just let the other person take over like that.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens is a sorry. Do you have any hear anything?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear something.
Okay. You are okay. So sorry about that. Because that's the doorbell. Yeah.
I
So
see.
what I was saying is it's not just about the when I get people to really take over, it's more. I think the mistake was I did not control it. I didn't know how to control it. Yeah, as a because if it's just my team, it's easy. because I
Mm.
know them, I recruited them, and so on. But when there are like two leaders, okay, I also understand one thing, that in an organization, there can't be like two leaders. In Chinese, we have this saying, one
Yeah.
mountain can't have two tigers.
Vietnam say the
Yeah.
same.
Yes. So
Vietnamese is
that
the
is,
same exactly sentence. Một
yeah.
rừng không thể có hai hổ. Exactly. The same meaning. I translate what you say in Vietnamese. That's the sentence.
Okay. So that's where I said, okay, we should just get that person to just lead. But when I look at it, is I should have also do some control to make sure that I shouldn't just let it go like that. Yeah. So this is my mistake, and I learned from it that even someone want to take over, I need to also be ready to know how to ease it in for the rest of the team members, because I need
Yeah.
to take care of two groups of team members, as I mentioned. One group is
Yep.
my own team members, which I felt so, how should I put it? Because my heart goes to them. They are
Yeah.
people who have been following me, right?
Yes.
And they are like, come on, we are the main company. We are the one who bought over the other side. Why is it we are the ones who kind of like have to be the ones suffering? Yeah. It's okay. It kind of like have to like, for example, I'm the child of my father, and I have this new mother that comes in, that brings in the next siblings, the stepchildren.
Yeah.
And why is it that now I have to really take care, and everything has to just let the stepchildren have it? So
I
this is
like
something that
your
they are
I
feeling.
like that's way of explanation. I think you are right. That's how it should look like.
Yes, it's like, this is my home. I used to stay here. This is my
Yeah.
dad's house, the kind
Yeah.
of thing. And now I have to I have to share some things with my step brothers and so on. Okay, I don't mind it. Okay, let me share. But they're gonna somehow get the better of it. Okay. But at the end of the day, say, you know what? I don't like here. Yeah, you guys are not treating me well, and I'm gonna leave. I'm like, duh. So to the existing, like this particular child, he or she will feel very bad. Yeah.
But
And
the
I
but
feel bad as the
also
father
the
also
thing
for.
you just say, like, it don't make money for you. So is that the deal in the first place? Do you think is already a mistake? I'm not sure that you decide the deal or other
I don't
people.
think so. I think the deal after that, I will still think it is the right
Because
decision.
because sometimes the first already we make is from what we purchase, you see. But if you say the deal is not a problem, then okay. So
Yeah.
maybe the company good to be separate, but when they together, the culture clash.
Yes, precisely. So my learning was, even if I got to buy over and acquire another company, I should have. That's the reason why I kind of like, sometimes I find that certain companies, it may sound very crude and very cruel, that
Mm.
when a particular company buy over the other company, or acquire, like company A acquire company B, and they have to let the company B employees go. Now
Yes,
I understand why.
yes,
Yeah.
because
And
the culture
only,
different.
yeah, because of the cultural the values, the culture, company culture is very different, and it's very difficult to just merge like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So instead of, having like one group just go off, it is better to say that, okay, let me do a round of interview, which I didn't do. Maybe do a round of interview and see which are the ones whose values are really aligned. Then we
Mm.
keep those.
Yep.
And we have to let go some people, we have to let go some people.
Yes.
So even though that few who actually, let's say those that stayed behind, eventually were to leave, it's just that the minority. The impact to the company is not that great.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was part of my learning process. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it's just that I learned from it. And there are also, I would say, in terms of companies, no matter what we do, people will still be unhappy about it.
Of
Yeah.
course, of course. You cannot
Yes.
make everybody happy. The end of the day, the company you make, the culture. I think the culture is. I think not only Pauline. I meet my friend who entrepreneur also say the same. The
Yeah.
value and the company culture is so important for keep the company alive from
Yeah.
day one. Like if you work with a different company, even you sell the same product, but when
Yes.
you go there and experience how they work, you are like that also can. You know,
Yeah.
you will be surprised how other company different with you. So yeah, the culture really is a.
Yes.
Okay, we have question here, Pauline.
Oh, you have question. Okay, Ken, let's take a look.
What happened and how did it affect your team? Oh, this one we talked already.
Yeah, we thought already. That's why I said I covered that question as well, which I
Yeah.
felt very bad for my team. My team was very demoralized, how it affected. And it is okay. And first of all, when we were running the company without them, like we made money. Then after that, we made a loss. So they lose their bonus.
Yeah.
That's the one. And they have to clear off the mess. That's the second one. Right. And yeah, and we went for expansion. So when they came over, we actually did certain expansion because we have more team members. So in the end, the expansion went halfway
Mm.
and they'll just leave, right? So people has to take over. Yeah. So things like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
we
So how
have
about you?
another
What was
question.
how did it affect anything in your team for that
No,
one?
it's for only me.
Oh, is
That's
that
that's
oh,
that's the way when it start up. So I'm glad. That's why I say sometimes I look back at that moment. I'm like, oh my god, the bigger fear I have at that moment is the loan from other people, my friend that I own that I want to give back. But now I look back, oh my god, that's a so small mistake. Like you can
yeah.
make a lot of mistake now when your business is bigger, right?
Yes.
Like your channel can blow up overnight and also can be get gone the next day. You know, from the day I do YouTube to now, I don't know
Yeah.
how many TikTok channel I gone. It
Wow.
been banned and lost. Facebook, I think fourth Facebook page has been gone.
Uh,
Uh, YouTube, I think we also two YouTube channel being banned, disappear. So I tell
wow.
you, the mistake is every day. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. People
Yes.
can easily tell you, oh my god, your channel like what, like almost a million subscriber and still gone. I say, yeah, I'm not on Facebook, man.
A
Yes,
million?
almost a million subscriber and it get hack and blackmail me, but yeah, and I
Ah,
don't take back because I could not.
I
Yeah,
see. So you restart all
even
over again.
yes, you have to. I even call to Facebook Singapore and everything, they don't even help. Yep.
Oh my God.
TikTok even worse. TikTok is like every few months I will lost one channel on there. So
Hmm.
until I make channel again and again and again, and people say, wow, you so, like people make lost one channel, they already crying and your face still normal. I said, that's what I call mistake, right? You don't know what your team will post. You don't know someone will come in and hack your channel, and you don't
Yeah.
know what will happen. And it should be normalized by now, right? And but one thing I learned over when channel lost and build it again is the resilience of myself. Of every time my video viral again anyway, no matter
Wow.
what people try to take down, no matter what channel people try to hack. I saw my team post my video, I still go back to 5 million view, 6 million view, 8 million view is normal. So
Wow.
what does that tell me about that? If you really post something value, if you really do something that valuable for the audience, no matter how many people try to hack your channel or you rebuild it again and again, the video who valuable one day will be viral again and again and again. It
This is
is.
the thing. I think one of the key things that we learn from Anne is this, or I will say, we are not afraid of people kind of like destroying, damaging, or stealing things from us. Like things
Yeah.
like, for example, I always have this where because I'm starting something new, and people will say, why don't you take this and hold the IP? I
Mm.
kind of like want to tell people, forget about IP.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can never hold any IPs because now everything you can be copied.
Yep.
Allow people to keep copy. Why don't we have this mentality that abundant? I kind of like call it the abundance mentality that just be
Yes.
prepared. Anything can be copied. There's nothing called intellectual property.
Yes.
Okay, but there is one thing that's really crucial, which is N is N. Pauline is Pauline.
Yep.
What is in Anne, you can never steal it away from her. What is
Yeah.
in Pauline, you can never steal it away from me.
Yep.
So it's like, where is the intellectual property? It's here. It
Yeah.
is here. And it is not about intellectual property. It is about the resilience. It's about the grit. It's about the values that's in us. So it has nothing to do with intellectual property. Frankly speaking, I always tell people, take all my intellectual properties. Yeah. If I can download whatever that's here over to
Yeah.
you, I will gladly do that. I hope somebody can just take. I believe Anne is also the same.
Yes,
If
I'm the same.
anyone, yeah, Anne is
If
so
whoever can take my brain and learn it and use for their life, I'm so happy for them. I'm
yeah,
so
we are
happy.
finding correct. We are like kind of like that's why we do this kind of YouTube channel because we are finding a way where we can share whatever knowledge that we have, right? But knowledge is easy to share. Frankly speaking, there's tons of knowledge, there's tons of intellectual property. You all don't need to like, oh, keep something and so they can make money out of it. No, right? But what cannot be learned is the kind of the attitude, the resilience, the grit that we actually have. So this is something that I would say a lot of people can learn from us. Yeah,
Yep.
that when we fall, okay, that when we fall, we are able to climb back up again.
Yep.
So this is the key thing. Yeah.
I think
How do
when
we have that resilience? Yeah.
I
How do we have
think
the
that's so,
everyday learning?
so here the question is like how it changed. How specific? What specific change did you make to your leadership style after that experience? I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
I already shared just now, right? Of course, I have to change everything that I need to start work with paper. But
Mm,
I think another thing of I grow myself is the fear that I can be one time open business and somebody already screw and
mm,
I can give up. I can go back to work for someone and save money and pay back. And I think I learned about just do it again, yes, you may fail again, so what, then do again one more time, the point of you just have to keep doing it. I think that's the most not other people can do. And I would say to whoever want to start business and be a leader, you cannot give up in the first time, because after 99 time then you correct the time of the 100th time. Yeah, so that's how I see.
yes. So the specific changes I would say is what I learned really, I must say in terms of the changes, I this is I just I've actually mentioned that now I know sometimes kind of be soft. Should I say that?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we need to be ruthless and heartless, but
Yeah.
really there are times we have to be very objective about certain things. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of times we realize there's this thing called retrenchment. Okay.
Yep.
I am kind of like going for this: be slow to hire, be fast to fire.
Yeah.
Sounds really bad, right? But this
Yeah.
is what I've learned. Okay, that when we want to really, it's like when we want to get with somebody or probably dating, then after that get married, be slow on that, get to know the person. Okay, I think it's not just to get to know the person, need to get to know ourselves really well. When we
Yeah.
get to know
And
ourselves
ourselves when
really
we're
well,
with the person.
yes,
Yeah.
that's really important so that we can go into the relationship. And when we go into that relationship, be it business or be where we are doing certain things, because in businesses, we cannot do it alone. One, there's no business like, oh, a lot of people thought I'm going to go online business, and with
Yep.
online business, I don't need to deal with anyone. No, it never happened that way. All right, and it's in online businesses.
Yep.
She has to deal with a lot of people. Okay.
And you
Yes.
and okay, so people will say you don't have to deal with people. You were wrong. Okay, if
No.
you do face to face business, maybe per day you only deal with 2 or 3 person. But if
Yeah.
you're going to be online per day, you deal with 5,000 people is normal.
Yes.
It's how they comment, how they share your video. They can repost your video, make fun of you, they make joke of you, they do
Yeah.
things to damage you. You have so much people entertained by what you post every day. So yeah, whatever people think that do online got no headache, you are wrong. Your headache time 5,000. That's why not many people willing to go online, right? If that's easy, everybody already do it. But why
Yes.
people don't do it?
So that's the thing. What the specific changes that I've made in my leadership style would then be I really get to know that I have to be objective. There are times I need to let people go, I'll let people go. There are times that I have to stand firm. I really have to stand firm. It's not like, oh, you want to be CEO, you want to take over my position. Okay lah, I can step down one. Just for the good of for the majority. I can step down. No, I think that was kind of like the biggest mistake. I should not have. I should insist on. I've run this before. I know what to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are not happy about it at that point of time, we should just say that before it really gets out of hand, right? Rather than 1 year later, when we start the expansion, we start to do a lot of things under him and his ideas, and all of a sudden, projects, everything were just halfway, and the person just say, "Okay, I don't think this is for me. I don't want to do. I want to quit." All right, and then the team members just left, and projects left hanging, market expansion just left hanging, a lot of things just left hanging. So it's better that in the first place, nothing has been started, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Right? It's like I bought over the company without the team members. It's fine because I could just run with my existing team members who didn't get demoralized. And the worst is the existing ones after 1 year get demoralized. And it's like they were just asking me why these kind of things happen. I'm like, I can't answer as well. You see, so this is the key thing that I say in terms of the style. I learned to be a really more hard in the sense, although I have compassion, but it doesn't mean that as a leader you should just be soft. Yeah. So this is
I
what
agree with you. Certain moment you have to be firm. People
Yes.
don't understand what firm is. They think that we're harsh on other, but it's not. Firm is not hard.
Correct.
It's a way of, if you just have to make a decision, and sometimes decision you make. I think we will expand this a little bit for people who don't understand what leadership, when they make decision that people call harsh, is they will think only one side of the story. They don't think of another side of the group or people suffer. So for you as a leader, you have to think the group, both sides, what they have suffered after this decision, and yet what the benefit from both sides. And the benefit always have to be combined together. The benefit have to be better for the whole. The damage definitely have to be happen. Some damage have to be happen. But as a leader, when we make some decision, we try our best to make the damage as low as possible. But it cannot be zero damage.
Yeah.
Right. And the damage, it will make you don't look like a perfect person. So if you are a perfectionist or you want everybody to happy, then the decision going to make as a leader will be never be easy for you, for sure.
Now we're not here to make.
Because that's why that come to the next question, that if you go back, do you give advice for yourself? And if yes, then what was that?
What advice would you give for us?
I don't think Holly will change herself. I don't give any advice for myself at that.
Yeah.
I think it has to happen to learn.
Yeah. It's always the case. I appreciate that kind of learning. If I don't make that kind of mistake, what would I be learning, right?
Yeah. And I think every age we will learn different things in our business. And the majority thing, people would think that we can predict the market, but we can't. Sometimes certain decisions we have to make because based on the market. You can have a very good plan. Hey, this weekend, let's sit down together, have a meal together as a family. But can you control that this weekend everybody really to be there? You can't, right? You don't know if somebody have to last minute work, typhoon come last minute, the whole country shut down electrician, or something may happen, the car may break down on the road, so that's exactly what business is. We can have very good judgment, we can have good vision, we can see where the plan of the company is, but when the market something affect, we have to make a call as well. We have to make certain decision people don't see. So I cannot advise myself at that age, because that's the best. At 18 years old, I know myself at that, so I don't think I want to change. How about you?
Well, if I say, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give yourself? Make that mistake.
That's a good one.
You see, if I don't make that mistakes and I really start to say, I can't today. I really can't learn from it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, is it painful? It is painful, but I can tell you, Life is all about experiences. So
Yep.
other than leader, I think I've made other mistakes as well in leadership, like for example in recruiting, uh, in getting some people to come in, and I thought that person was really good. After that, I
Mm.
find that really cannot work with the person, and I have to let the person exit. So
Yep.
if I go back in time, would I say that, oh, I should not have recruited the person? But I say no. At the point of time, if I've not done this, then I won't know, I won't learn that we should not be employing this type of person,
Mm.
right? So every mistake that we make, or even in life, a lot of times I ask myself, even in, let's say, marriage, right? I didn't have a successful marriage. It ended up like a divorce after 20 years. But still, I would say 20 over years ago, would I make the same decision? My answer would still be yes. Yeah, it would still be yes. I don't regret making that decision at that point of time,
Yeah.
right? That was the best decision that I made, and at that point of time. So I learned
Yeah.
from it, because people do change over time, and some people
Yes.
change, some people don't. I think that's the issue, right? And
Yeah.
over the years, we just need to make sure that as we do certain things, the mistakes that we make, we learn from it, and that's an experience in life. So this
Yeah.
is the advice that I would give back in time. Everything that I've done, I would just say, would you have changed it? I would say no. I still love my life, even for these maybe the silliest mistakes that I've made. I would still think that I would still do it again, because
Yeah.
whatever the bad comes out of it, a lot of good comes out of it as well. Yeah.
Yes. I think a lot of people book too much into oh my god, I wish I can change the past. You if you can change the past, you also have to realize that it will create a different reality now as well. Your
Yes.
life will go to different direction. It come by the whole package,
Yes. Yeah, we have
right?
watched a lot of those shows that does this, right? They tell us
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot go with one direction, you
Mm,
don't think that, oh, I mistake that I know you, I love you, and I be with you. Oh my god, I don't think it's a mistake. Even
mm,
sometimes I joke about that. I say, oh my god, why do I marry that person? But if without I marry a wrong person, I don't have a beautiful daughter and fun, and we have a lovely life like now. So, well, I think I still have to choose again. Good night.
yeah.
Yeah, I talk about her
Yes.
and she come and say good night, mommy.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good night. So fast.
Yeah. Yeah, 7:30 is every night her sleep time.
That's
Yeah.
really early.
Yeah.
Wow.
I train her
Oh,
from 1 years old. Yeah.
oh, I see.
Because I
Wow.
I
So how,
because I was study about the kid brain when I was pregnant, right? So I know the
oh,
little bit sidetrack. I think people would say, "Why do you ask your kids sleep so early?" And the studies show that most of the kid intelligence is actually come from sleep, and
yes.
they show that why all day people so smart and so strong and so intelligent, because they don't have so much electrician. By
Mm,
6 7, when the sun go down and it's so dark,
yeah,
they have no choice to sleep, and they
yeah.
wake up by the sun in the morning. So that's make their body healthy and their brain fully developed by 28. They say fully
Ah,
developed by 28, not 18 or not 21. So people would think your kid
mm,
brain is still like, and the brain is the most important part of your body. How do you think, how do you
okay.
feel, emotion, depressed and all that. And like I say, I learned psychology and they teach me
I
all these things.
see.
I know I'm a nerd. So
I think I've got one. If you
yeah.
could go back in time, what advice would you give myself? I should have slept early and slept more.
Oh, yeah. But that's not your choice, right? Your parents set your sleep routine,
No,
you
my,
see.
my, my parents actually asked me to sleep at 8 plus 9. They'll be very happy.
Ah,
It's
okay,
just that
okay.
every time I'm in bed, I would just like, I don't want to sleep. I don't want to sleep. I'm the type of
I
person I
see.
don't like to sleep. Yeah.
Your brain is active. Yeah. I think
Yes.
her brain is active too, but also I train from too young. So at this hour, my house is super quiet, right? 7. So from the time I
Oh,
have her to now, I barely got friend over at night. The only time my friend come over is lunchtime. I'm happy. But dinner, I normally will reject, right? Because I don't want the noise affect her sleep and all that. So two things in my house that is very important for me that I set the rule for her. I say you can do whatever you want, of course for growing learning, right? But sleep, on time and eat properly. That's it.
Eat and
I
sleep.
and yeah, because the sleep, I think when the more you study, right, you realize your mood is all affected by the sleep. How you
Yes.
recovery from exercise also from sleep. How do you
Yeah.
get over your stress and depressed also from sleep? How did
Yeah.
so the sleep is so important that people were underestimate that. So I will share with you why, right? Because she was sleep so early in her whole class. She told me, "Mommy, none of my friends sleep 7:30. They don't believe I sleep 7:30, and I don't understand why, and I cannot explain to them." Then I asked her, "So what is your experience between you and them?" I say, "Every morning I want to run and play, but everybody's sleepy." Right? They sleep in the bus, they go to the class, they don't want to run with her, so she run around in the field. And by lunchtime, she go home, she go do more exercise. By now, she already tired. And then she told me that she realized that she bored and she lonely because all the kids not active with her. Not because she too active, but other kids because they not enough sleep. And when you
Oh,
ask them how what time they sleep, they all tell her that 11, 12. How can you have enough sleep when you sleep at 11, 12, and your bus come under your house at 6 a.m.? It means you have to
yes.
wake up at 5:30,
Yes.
and they are still in the growing age. You get what I
Yes.
mean? And then
Yeah, I
after
know.
that, they have to have a lot of tuition, they have a lot of study.
Yes.
So, well, I'm not trying to tell other people how they're going to groom their kid, but I'm just share how I grow her from 1 years old to now. But yeah, a lot of people shocked like you. And I said, "What? She sleeps 7:30? What? You crazy?" I say, "No. You do study and then you know I'm not crazy." I know when she's 21, she's going to go clubbing, party, and midnight. But at least at the mom guilt level, I did my best to give her a proper brain until that age.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
come to that age, if she want to destroy her body, she not smart enough to take care of her brain or her kidney or her liver, then I'm done. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But at least it should not
Yeah.
come from me. It should not come
Correct.
from me. Yeah, so that's how I
You
see
have
it.
done your part.
Yeah, I
Okay.
done my
Great. Today we talk
let's
a lot about the mistakes.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, Polly, if you have a advice for
Mm.
young people about mistake as a
Mm.
leader,
Yeah.
especially young leader, I think young
Mm.
leader always worry about mistake. What that advice would be?
I would just say, as long as it's not life and death, it's okay to make the mistakes. Yeah. Especially when you are young. Okay. Of
Yeah,
course, if it has a concern with life and death, like for example, a fireman and you are taking care of somebody's lives. Okay. That one you cannot make mistake. Okay.
mm,
Other than that, if it's business wise, you can make those mistakes. All right. Nobody
yeah,
will die from it. That's how I think. At most, it's like, probably I lose certain business, I lose certain money. Okay. So it's okay to make mistakes, right? Yeah.
yeah,
And it's better to make mistakes earlier than later. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
You
So
are.
that's my advice.
I have similar like what Pauline. I will give the same advice to people, but I think I will add a little bit more on
Mm.
for my side on this is the mistake you make when young is cheaper than you make when you're older. So the younger you are, please waste that time to make mistake.
Mm.
Right? Of course, don't make mistake until you have to the rest of your life in the bar, lah. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
try
yeah,
to
yeah.
like but do thing to you have nothing to lose beside of your use,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
You
yes.
try business, fail, make it back again, do it again,
Yeah.
make
Correct.
friend, fail, make another
Mm.
friend, love
Yes.
wrong person, change, grow, love another person. But each of the experience you go through at the young person, please ask yourself, what have I learned from that experience? If not, it'll be
Mm.
waste, not
Yes.
wasted.
Most importantly, must learn from it. And how
Yeah.
can I do better? I don't keep making
Yes.
the same mistakes over and over again. That's the
Yeah.
key. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's at
All
once
right.
and then learn from
Yep.
it. Okay, good.
Well, that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on our channel, of course.
Yes.
And we will see you in the next episode.
See you.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe both Pauline channel and my channel, and also this channel. If you love
All
what you're
right.
watching, please share it, and then we will see you in the next episode.
Yes. Bye.